Guys, I got lucky that I forgot about my memory on my phone. And luckily, probably only about 5 minutes or something of it being full, and I thought I was recording. But the last thing I was talking about in the video was Job. Is it 37? No, let's see. Job 38, 30. Okay, that's the one. And I'm just going to hit the back button. Sorry, guys. Okay. Proverbs 8:27 says, "When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass on the face of the depth." So this is what I wrote the deep here for. And he took a compass. A compass is a tool used to draw circles. And he drew a circle on the face of the deep, okay? On the surface of the deep. So the blue is kind of the deep. And then we're in Job 38, verse 30 says, we'll go to the King James just so it'd be consistent here. Where'd that thing go? Whoops. Sorry, guys. Okay, it says, "The waters are hid as with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen." New Living Translation says, "For the water turns to ice as hard as rock, and the surface of the water freezes." Look at the New American Standard Bible. "Water becomes hard like stone, and the surface of the deep is imprisoned." They're either saying, all these versions are either saying imprisoned or frozen. But frozen seems to work nice. Makes sense to me. The Bible makes a lot of sense, guys. God created the sun and the moon and the stars to be for lights in the firmament of heaven. And he set them in the firmament of heaven, and they circle above the earth. There's a center point in the sky, right at the North Star. So the sun, just think about it. If you had a frozen surface, and you took a light bulb and you went around and around and around, wouldn't you have a puddle of water here with frozen edges pretty soon? So where did my airplane go? Oh no, kitty. Oh, it's right here. I thought maybe the cat was playing with it. Okay, so I wanted to explain what I have here basically on the board. It makes sense when you look at the model of the flat earth. So how do we circumnavigate on this? Like, how? Because this would be your orientation all the time. That's why I drew this arrow. Because on this little model, the Bible model, this is all experienced reality. Because remember on the globe, your orientation changes. So when you're halfway around, you're upside down from where relative to where you started. You're antipodal. I don't know if we went over that word. I think we did. To come back around. So this one though, your orientation of the plane is always going to be just flying around. You go up and you go down. You're just flying around just like that. So this whole thing is the experienced reality. It's not the imagined one. Okay. So north is at the center, and that is interesting because if you look up at the sky where the North Star is, that's the center. All the stars do circles around it. So all the stars would be going around. The stars would be in motion. This is also experienced reality. The sun goes in a circle. The stars go in a circle. The moon goes in a circle. And they're in the firmament. And here's another part of experienced reality. Do you notice that it's just sitting here? It's not rotating. It's not turning. It's at rest. At rest. And if you're honest with yourself, you will agree with me that experienced reality is always at rest, unless there's an earthquake. Okay, so if you're flying anywhere, if you're on a globe or whatever, if you're flying, you can use a compass to like set a heading, and we were talking about flying straight lines. You can use a compass. So let's say I'm not good at directions, guys. So north, let's say we were gonna fly. See, like to circumnavigate, you couldn't go like this and like, beam me up, Scotty, like that. No, you'd have to fly in a circle, guys. But we don't always fly in a circle, do we? Well, that's why I was saying, how do you fly in a straight line? You can't really know. Like in a boat, have you ever watched a boat go all the way across the lake? They're going like speed it up, time lapse it. It's going like, it's all over the place, but they're just trying to go to one spot. Similar with the airplane. If you're going hundreds of miles, you're going to be a little off to the left or right or whatever. But what you're going to be using to know what the direction is, you're going to be using something like a magnetic compass. So if you're flying and north is on your right, just keep north at your right. And you're going to come right back to where you started. There. That's simple. That's the simplified version of that. Now I want to show you one other thing. So let's see here. I'm going to, this is cool. Okay. The Earth. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna get rid of the bottom again. So I think that the Earth that has an ice wall, I think that is reality. I think it is. Now that's just, I've never been there. I've never seen anything other than Minnesota and the places I've been. I don't know. So I don't really know a lot at all. But I do know it's interesting thinking about this stuff. So, okay, this is experienced reality up here, right? Notice it's flat. Another thing, you notice how we have the most advanced technology today. Not yesterday or the day before. We had good technology, but today it's better. Tomorrow it's even going to be better. And it's been like that for our whole lives. Every time you look at, you see some invention somebody made that's brilliant and a new, like the stuff we've been learning in this world is crazy. Technology is at its peak, and it's not going to slow down, I don't think. But the point is that right now we have much better equipment, much better optics, measurements. We have better equipment than we've ever had. And isn't that interesting that there's people all over the world talking about experienced reality, and we're learning that the imagined reality is just that. It's just imagined. We all only experience the real one, the real experience one. So there's a verse in Isaiah 40. Remember I said we were going to look at Isaiah 40? Or maybe I said that. Let me just make sure this is recording still. It is, nice. Okay. Actually, I think I can just hit the back button on this page. Come on, give me Isaiah 40. Oh, there we are. I guess I just gotta type it in. Sorry, guys. Okay. Isaiah 40. I'm going to show you some different versions of this, of a couple of verses or even one verse. I need Bible Hub to do it. All right. Sorry, guys. Bible Hub. Okay. Ready? This might blow your socks off or whatever. Blow your mind. Isaiah prophesied of the time before the Lord would come. Before, I'll just read a little bit of it here. Verse 3 says, a voice of one call, or let me go to the King James. I just like the King James, but It says, verse 3 says, the voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. So he's anticipating God coming. And he says, prepare the way. Make straight in the desert a highway for him to come. Like prepare the way for him, okay? Now, the King James Version says, the next verse says, we're gonna draw some things here. First, for this verse, I'm gonna draw this so you understand the way that I understand it. Okay, so here's the ground, and we know it's not flat everywhere. There's valleys, and then there's also mountains, and there's also hills, right? So we'll say valley. I'm just going to write MTN because I'm lazy. And I'll go like this so everybody knows it's like a high mountain. Okay. And hill. That's easy for me to write because my last name is Hill. So valley, mountain, hill. Right? Reason why I explain that is it's in, all those words are in this next verse. Very interesting. Remember it was saying preparing the way for the Lord. It says, every valley shall be exalted. And exalted means to lift up or raise up. Every valley shall be exalted. Every mountain and hill shall be made low. And the crooked shall be made straight. And the rough places plain. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. Now wait. What did that say? Every valley shall be exalted. Let's think about it. Okay, so let's say this is a real valley. Well, it's going to be exalted, right? That means up. It's going to be raised up or lifted up. Filled up. The book of Luke quotes this, and John the Baptist quotes this, and he says the valleys will be filled, I think. The word like that. Might be a different word though. Anyway, so I'm gonna do, let's do a different color. We'll just do this other color. So the valleys, just an idea about, you could fill a valley so it was flat, but it doesn't say that so it's flat. It just says, the crooked shall be made straight.